Mr. Wheeler, we've been having cancellations left and right. I don't know what to think. But we'll be lucky to have 100 people here all weekend at this rate. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. Bye.
What'd he say?
He said he'll get back to us.
What are we gonna do?
Realize that next week we're gonna close our doors.
I can't believe all this is happening so suddenly.
I don't get it. Weeks ago we were doing great. Then that other theater opens up down the street doing their edgy show, and since that time our audiences have just gotten smaller and smaller. I don't understand it. But without a miracle from God, we're gonna be out of business next week.
Yep.
Why? Why is this happening?
And what are we gonna do about it?
Morning, Gates.
Hey, Trav.
Well, you don't sound so good.
No, this is not gonna be a good day.
But the day's just started.
I know.
Why do you say that? I mean, it's not that it would surprise me if anything else were to go wrong with the way things have been going.
Well...
What?
I got offered a job last night.
You did?
Yeah. Remember the Christian school that I went to a few months ago to speak to the drama class?
Yeah?
Well, the principal called me last night. He wanted to make some arrangements for the students to come and watch our show.
Yeah?
Well, I got to telling him about the situation here, and to make a long story short, he wanted to know if I would like to come to work at the school. I mean, I told him that I did not have a teaching degree, but he said that requirements were as follows. A Christian who's got some experience acting, someone who would be willing to teach young people and direct plays. So he offered me the job.
Just like that?
Just like that. Their drama teacher had to take maternity leave in the middle of the semester, so they've been using substitutes.
I see.
Yeah.
Why do you say it like that?
'Cause I said yes.
What?
I had to, Travis. I cannot be without a job.
You have a job.
Yeah, but for how long? 1 week, 2 weeks? I mean, we're going down. We're going out of business.
Yeah, but you can't just leave like that.
Look, Travis, I'm sorry, but I could not pass this up. It's a great opportunity. Plus, I'll be doing Christian material.
Okay. Where's this school located?
East of the city.
What, like 100 miles or so?
No, it's a 30-minute drive from here.
That means I won't see you anymore.
Sure you will.
Okay. What, can you still act on the weekends?
I doubt it. I mean, we're going to start play rehearsals right away, and you know how that goes. I mean, they're working on their end-of-the-year play.
That's why I can't believe this. Why does God make things so hard? Why do things like this have to keep happening?
Look, Travis, I know this is a big change.
A big change? That's an understatement.
But with the situation the way it is here, this is just something I can't pass up. And it's not like I'm signing a 10-year contract or anything. It's just to the end of the semester.
Well, I'm not giving up.
Well, I'm not giving up either. But I am reading the handwriting on the wall, and I have to provide for my wife and me. I need to work.
Well, I need to work too.
Yeah, but you're also not married.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to give you such a hard time. It's just that you're my best friend. And it's not going to be the same coming around here if you're not here anymore.
Look, I appreciate it, man. But hey, I'm still going to be in the city. I'm still going to be living in the same house. We'll see each other.
Yeah, when? I work here 6 days a week. Well, at least I have been.
Well, look, I talked to the principal about hiring you two so that we could do this together. But the school can only afford one person. And I talked with Chad yesterday. He can go back to work with the Fifth Avenue Cafe as a waiter again.
Is he taking a job too?
No, but he checked on it. And then Lisa said that she would move back to Florida and Kelly would start looking for a job as a teacher. I mean, after all, she does have a master's degree.
Well, what about Rudy and Johanna?
Don't know. I haven't talked to them about it.
This whole thing is falling apart.
Look, nobody likes what's happened here. Nobody wants to leave, but, it's just something that God is allowing.
Or the devil is doing.
Well, whichever way you look at it, it's a trial in our lives, and we just have to deal with it.
Well, have you told Rudy or anybody yet?
No, not yet, but I plan to tell them all today.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to pretend like you walked in here and you didn't take that job.
I'm sorry, Travis.
You can't just leave like that.
I'm sorry, Travis.
I don't know what to tell you, Travis. I hope the Lord keeps us going here too, but we have not been able to figure out what's going on. All we know is that when that new theater opened up, they seem to have taken most of our business.
This is mind-boggling.
Now, I know Lisa would like to stay on, but if she has to get a job, she'll go back to Florida.
Yeah, Gates was telling me that.
Chad has got his bases covered at the cafe, apparently, would like to stay on. Kelly wants to stay. I do. Johanna does.
We all do.
Now, Gates, I understand. We all have bills to pay, and seems like he got a really great opportunity came up, and he had to take it.
Yeah, I know.
What are you going to do if we go under?
I have no idea. I just know I don't want the show to end like this. And just because some ungodly show started around the corner, whatever happened to the support we got from the other Christians in this city? I mean, plus, we've had a number of unbelievers come in here to see the show and hear about Christ, and some of those come to know the Lord as a result of the show. It just can't end like this.
I know. I feel the same way. I don't know what to do. Johanna, did Mr. Wheeler get a hold of you?
Yes, he did, and we are all set. There's going to be an ad in the paper tomorrow, and the Christian radio station has agreed to run some announcements for us free of charge.
Free? How'd you manage that?
I didn't. Mr. Wheeler knows the station manager over there, and he told him what was going on. We've done some advertising with them in the past, and they agreed to help us out.
It's very nice of him.
Well, he said he didn't want to see our ministry go under.
That makes two of us. Lately, I felt like I'm standing on the deck of the Titanic.
And we both know how that ended.
I just wish I could figure out how to fill these seats this weekend.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey.
What you doing?
Well, I've been sitting here for over an hour trying to write a scene for this week's show, and this is what I've come up with so far.
Well, if you can't think of anything, don't worry about it. Rudy said that if we need more scenes, then we can just pull them from other shows.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty hard for any of us to come up with any new ideas when the only thing we can think about is that we may not be doing this show anymore.
Yep. I called Andy and updated her on what's going on. I told her she might have to find a new renter because if this show goes under, then I'm going back down under.
First I lose her, and now I may be losing you.
Hey, you just gave me a good idea.
What?
Well, I can write a scene about some people who think that they have to find a new job, and then what do?
That's amazing. How did you come up with that idea?
Well, even in times of peril, the ideas just keep flowing.
So what you gonna write about? What's a spiritual lesson?
I don't know. Or maybe I do.
Hey, Gates.
Well, here it is. Signed, sealed, and delivered. It's officially official. I start at the school on Monday. I can do one more show here.
Which will probably be our last show anyway.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Well, I guess you did the right thing. At least you got a job.
The setup at the school is going to be pretty good, too. I have my own office, and I can use some of the scenes from the theater as acting exercises for my students. Plus, I get to direct a play, which will be something different for me.
Gates, this all just happened way too fast.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Remember when you got that job offer in New York City? I mean, it sounded like something good. A once-in-a-lifetime chance, and you took it. Sure was hard for me to see you go, man.
Well, it was hard to go. And yeah, I remember it well.
Well, it's the same way with me right now. But the good thing is I'll still be living here in the city. I just won't be working at the theater.
Yeah, I know.
Hang in there, buddy. God's got a plan. He always does.
Well, I just wished I knew what it was.
Whatever it is, man, he'll see us through. Hey, you and me, always.
Well, at least we got a lineup for this week's show.
Things may turn around this weekend.
I doubt it. This will be the worst attendance we've had since we've been here. You watch.
Come on, man, you gotta have faith.
Well, it's hard when mine's been shattered the way it has been lately.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, it's a shame that this show has to rely on attendance to keep the doors open.
Well, you know, all businesses need money to survive. I mean, you can't survive if your bills are more than your income.
Which is what is happening here.
Look, Trav, we can talk about this all day, but we better get on these scenes for this weekend and just try to do the best show we can.
Okay, lady and gentleman, are we ready to try this?
Ready.
Yep.
Excuse me, ladies. Do you have a moment? I'm afraid I have some very troubling news for you, so I do not know how to say this except to just come right out and say it.
What is it?
We just filed for bankruptcy. We're going out of business.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry, ladies. I really am. But this is our last week in this office.
What?
Our last week?
Aren't we supposed to get some sort of notice?
I'm sorry I don't make any of those decisions. I just manage the office. And plus, I just found out myself.
But they can't do this to us. I've been with this company for over 10 years.
So have I.
Well, I've been here longer than both of you. And they're canning me, too. This is my last week as well.
How do you like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all.
One day you got a job and the next minute you don't. What happened?
Beats me.
This company's always done really well. Did you see this coming?
Not at all.
Me neither.
I cannot believe this.
We're shutting down?
Going bankrupt?
Our last week?
Excuse me, ladies, but I do have some good news for you. What I just told you a minute ago was a mistake. We never filed for bankruptcy, and we're not going out of business. In fact, it's just the contrary. This is the best quarter we've ever had, and we're all getting a slight raise. So that's great.
What?
What's going on?
Why'd you just tell us that?
Well, I didn't mean to scare you like that. I was just trying to help you see that you always need to put your trust in the Lord, you know, and not in this job or anything for that matter. Because this world can change in a heartbeat at any time. But the Lord never changes. Always remember that.
Can you believe he just did that?
No, I can't.
What a mean way to tell us that we got a raise.
Yeah, I know. And a really interesting way to tell us to trust in the Lord.
Johanna, you want to see me?
Yes. You're not going to believe this, Rudy, but when I got here this morning, there were 7 voicemail messages, and I've already taken 5 more phone calls.
What's going on?
Churches are calling, asking if we're doing plays with nudity in them.
What?
Yes, they said that someone's calling and telling them that 7th Street Theater, who used to do Christian shows, are now doing that kind of stuff.
Wait, hold on. Churches are calling here.
Yes.
And they're getting their information from where?
Someone's calling and telling them this, saying that they're from some ministry.
Some ministry.
Yeah, wait, I got it written down. It's the Acts Ministry.
Well, Acts Ministry.
That's what they said.
No, it can't be.
What?
Well, when you said that just now, a wild thought went through my head, but it just can't be.
What?
So we called Mr. Wheeler, explained to him what we discovered. He said, call the churches back, explain what really happened, and it's up to them what they do with that information.
I still can't believe that happened.
Well, believe it, because it has.
Yeah, but Rudy, why would this guy Atkinson and his people that work with him or whatever call churches and spread a lie about our theater like that?
Gates, you want to take that one?
That's an easy one, Lisa. The devil hates what we're doing here. We're the only show in town that's putting forth the name of Jesus, and the devil hates Jesus. Plain and simple.
Yeah, but how do we know it's Atkinson that's behind it?
Well, one of the churches said that the person that called them said they were with Acts Ministry, ACT.
And 2 + 2 is 4 here, Lisa. Look, he had the theater before. He was forced to sell it. Mr. Wheeler bought it from him. Then later on, he wanted to buy it back, but it wasn't for sale. So he decided to try and put us out of business.
So he's spreading rumors that we're doing the kind of shows he's doing on 4th Avenue.
Exactly.
But do we know for sure that it was him?
Yes.
How?
Well, when Johanna told me that, I called Mr. Wheeler. Mr. Wheeler called Atkinson, said somebody in his camp's been making phone calls to churches. Atkinson played dumb, but Mr. Wheeler called his bluff.
How'd he do that?
He thanked him.
What?
He told Atkinson somebody's been telling churches that we're doing the same kind of plays he's doing and thanked him for the publicity. Said that kind of controversy just makes people take notice. And we've been getting a lot of calls from churches.
Well, what do you know?
Mr. Wheeler told him the truth. We've been getting a lot of phone calls from churches. He just didn't tell them what kind of phone calls they were.
Mr. Wheeler's smart, man.
I don't think Atkinson's going to be calling anybody on us for a long time.
Well, he still has done a lot of damage.
Well, he has, but he doesn't know that, and that's good.
Well, we still have to try to find a way to survive here.
Yes, if attendance stays down like it has been, that'll be it.
Well, Rudy, what can we do?
Well, Johanna's already started calling churches to explain what happened. If you guys want to help her out, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Just let me know.
Well, I've got my cell phone. All I need is a phone book. I'm ready.
Me too.
I'll help too.
I'm in.
Yeah, so am I.
Well, and let's not forget, we also have a show to prepare this week.
Rudy, if we have to stay through the night to make sure that the show is ready, then we'll do that. And if calling churches is going to help, I say we get to it.
I'm afraid to look out there and see just a handful of people sitting in the seats.
Well, regardless of how many people are out there, we still have to do the best show we can.
So does anybody want to take a look out?
Now, Lisa, you know the rule.
Yeah, but rules are meant to be broken.
Okay, is everybody ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
We'll go on in about 10 minutes, but I have some good news for you. It's our first Friday night show ever with
Nobody here.
every seat taken.
What?
You heard me right. We're completely sold out for the first time ever on an early Friday show.
Every seat?
Every seat. So praise the Lord.
You said that right, Rudy. Praise the Lord.
Just listen for your cues.
Can you believe that?
To be honest with you, I can't.
We have never sold out a Friday show.
Man, the Lord really came through for us.
Yes, he did.
I cannot believe it. Look, I'm shaking. It's like a miracle.
Well, it's not like parting the Red Sea, but we understand what you mean.
Well, thank you, Lord.
Travis? You're here bright and early.
Yeah, well, I just decided to come on in. I didn't even have anything to do either. I just came on in anyway.
You okay?
No, not really. I mean, I'm pretty sad about the whole thing.
I know this is hard for you.
Hard is not the word. I mean, I'm really gonna miss Gates around here. He and I have been in so many plays together, and then we had this job.
Well, at least you and I still have this job.
Yeah. And I can't believe we had the highest attendance ever for a weekend since we've been here.
All I can say is when the Lord makes a move, he makes a move.
Yeah, but it's still not gonna be the same without Gates.
I understand. Just consider it a casualty of war.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we're in a battle here, trying to put forth some biblical truth with these shows. Gates used to say it. He said the devil hates what we do here. When that new theater opened up and pulled those antics they pulled, calling churches speaking against us, and they hurt our attendance. But God let us find out what was going on. We were able to counteract it. The Lord brought us a new wave of people. Are we going to do well this weekend? I don't know. Only he knows that. But our job is to do the best show we can, and the rest is up to him.
Yeah, well, I understand that.
And you know God's going to use Gates in the lives of those students in a powerful way.
Yeah,
So just hang in there.
I'll try.
Okay, everybody, if I can get your attention just for a minute. Obviously, things are going to be a little different around here this week without our good friend, Mr. Gates. But I'm just thankful we're still here.
Well, we all are.
Of course, now we have this huge hole with Gates gone that's going to be impossible for anybody to fill.
I'm with Chad.
Well, I'm with both of you. Gates is a unique individual. Not going to try to replace him. We'll just go with the 4 of you on stage. It'll actually end up saving us a little bit on our finances from the last few weeks. We'll just have to work a little harder.
Hey, as long as we're still working, I think we can handle harder.
2 ladies and 2 men. Gonna be interesting.
Yes, it will. The score will finally be evened, Kelly. No more of this 3 against 2.
You know, Travis, I think they like this new arrangement.
It seems that way.
Well, it's been 3 actors and 2 actresses for over 2 years now.
Well, whether it's 3 and 2 or 2 and 2, I'm just glad to see the 4 of you still here.
Well, last year when Rudy, Seth, and Andy went to Florida, we did 4 weeks with just the 3 of us.
And then Chad joined us, followed by Lisa.
Thank you.
Now Gates is gone.
Oh, Travis, please don't say it like that. You make it sound like he's dead.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, I thought I was the only one left.
No, still here.
What you doing?
Sitting, thinking, feeling kind of numb.
Sorry, Travis.
Yeah, it's just not the same for me, and it's not going to be either.
You're not thinking about leaving, are you?
Me? No. Not unless we have to close the doors.
Good. You know, you and I are the only 2 left from the original 5. When I think about it, it kind of makes me sad.
Yeah, this is our 3rd year. A lot has changed in that time. Jamie took that job in Colorado, and that was the 1st year. His brother Seth came and replaced him. Mr. Wheeler's friend wanted to start another theater down in Florida, and that was the 2nd year. Rudy, Andy, and Seth went down to help with that for a couple of weeks. But only Rudy returned. Seth stayed on to help with the lighting. And Andy stayed on as an actress. Now here we are in our 3rd year, and now Gates is gone.
Travis, I know how you feel. I think loss is just another part of life.
Well, that's the part I don't like.
I think the Lord is constantly trying to keep our focus above. All too often we put people ahead of Him, if you know what I mean.
I do, and I agree.
I'm gonna miss Gates, you know, but at least we still get to see him. He's still gonna be around. We don't even get to see Andy, Jamie, or Seth anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be okay, Travis. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
I know it's not the same. I know I'm not your best friend, Gates, but for what it's worth,